I say yeah. Hit it.
Let's get it.
Why do you always like go through a song in your head?
Why not? What you mean? That's my shit. That like welcome. If you're new, like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. It's been a while. And tell a friend to tell a friend. Because I'm out here. But today it's on a sad, somber note. I just wanted to hold a moment of silence for DMX, one of Yonkers' very own. This one hit me hard, not just because, personally, my family knows DMX. My father had a very good relationship with him. They basically raised me on him, so it kind of hit me a little different. And then it got me to thinking, like, celebrating his life is what, of course, he would have wanted, but I also wanted to address some things because he was definitely one of those people to not stand for any bullshit or the fuckery. And I feel like I pride myself on the same things. So realistically, I started thinking, seeing posts, seeing how people are moving, just certain things made me start wondering, like, excuse me, like, where did all of this pump faking come from? Not just in basketball. I'm talking about in real life. Niggas is acting like, fronting like, and should be doing what they say they doing, but it's straight fraud for no reason. I can't really particularly understand it, but I wanted to ask some questions because I started noticing similarities. People need to stop acting like, whether it be your politicians, teachers, doctors, whatever the case may be. If you just there for a check, act like it. Because there's people that are very, very focused and passionate about what they're doing. DMX, for example. He didn't necessarily understand the ins and outs of the industry, but just knew that the industry was something that he could not fuck with. How people are moving, how they hold themselves, what they believe in, X, Y, and Z. So it got me to thinking, why are our communities like this? Why is the rap game like this? Why is our education system like this? It's full of pump fakers and niggas acting like, you know, trying to convince people that their actions aren't just that. You're not convincing anyone. You might be able to fool a couple people, but realistically, even niggas is on Joe Biden's ass. But I started noticing, like, people will be dead ass stagnant, hate silently, you know, just receiving help under the guise of camaraderie and we're trying to do the same things. And it's like, it's very interesting to me because I could particularly give a fuck. Like I said, particularly. I could particularly not give a fuck about people's personal emotions, but Once the pump faking and the frauding and the acting like starts affecting things that we really need to handle, such as our communities, education system, whatever fucking structure we're currently under that we don't believe in. People are so focused on their ego that they really believe they could do it on their own. You look at any really popping person, you started as a group. Nothing beats a good team. So we're so focused on acting like and frauding that the niggas that we grew up with is calling our bluffs and not fucking with us. It's not the reason that you can't just do business with family and friends. It's just they see you daily. So if your actions don't add up and they can keep spinning a narrative that you don't fuck with, you might have to start asking some questions. See why your moves aren't happening how you feel like they should just because you're that nigga. Being that nigga actually happens to those. They don't act like. So being that nigga and understanding that, you have to understand that there's certain things that we have to do within our certain constructs in order to make sure that they're still functioning. I feel like it's a whole bunch of limited people just trying to make sure the veil is seen and keep these facades up just because they don't have a grip on reality. They'd rather be in their head. They'd rather be somewhere else because realistically their reality doesn't fit their fantasy and they'd rather fantasize. But we live here. What's going on is here. You got people that felt DMX lyrics and didn't even understand at the time. Shit, I'm one of those people. I was young and just felt it. Because that was genuine being. What he was talking about, what he tried to push, his message, how he felt, what he thought about, how he moved, all aligned. You got to get in touch with reality and make it right yourself. But realistically, we use our cunning, we use our intelligence to not honor ourselves as he did. Yeah, we went through shit, but that's the shit you got to deal with to 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 magnify what you need to do. That man lived a life that we all live today and had some of the best faith. We keep limiting ourselves just because we're taught that making things difficult actually does things and gets things accomplished. But realistically, it's just one of those traumatic things that just surviving has done to us. We'd rather be stagnant on our own than work with a couple people that's trying to do the same thing. Maybe he does it better than you. Maybe you might just need that push. DMX was that for Yonkers. I wonder how many real men will stand up. Because, yeah, he was battling, but he owned it. How many of y'all is owning y'all shit? How many of y'all is still pump faking, acting like you think you're doing what you're doing? We got to call a spade at some time. Fix how we deal with things. Learn how to be open again. Don't just keep thinking you know and falling into these same things that you so used to doing. I don't know. We got to genuinely support. Not just because they're your friends. Because realistically, even with that, is some pump faking in it. Do you give them that constructive criticism? Do you put them on the niggas that can help them get better? Shit, do you feel like you could be doing better? That's why you're not helping them out. Whatever the case may be, we got to bring ourselves back together and be honest with it. Stand on our own too. Be real with our past in order to move forward. Because as a community, we keep pump faking and acting like, and our kids is watching. Wondering why your kids is acting the way they are? Take a look at yourself. Why they not doing what they should be doing? Take a look at yourself. Everybody's so busy watching the next man eat instead of trying to go get their own plate. I put my own little spin on this lyric, but realistically, you get what I'm saying. There's a time and a place, and right now is that time. We gotta stop pump faking. We gotta actually do the things that we say we doing. Shit, we gotta actually do the things we know we need to do. Stop running. Keep pushing. That was it. It's one of those little thought pieces that I had. But if you're new and you made it this far, don't forget to tell a friend, because we all need this work. Till next time. Deuces.